Here's the cage muscle tail of the tape. Both of these men standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. Same exact reach. The leg reach slight advantage goes to 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. And he is a Muay Thai practitioner, so maybe he'll do a good job of getting his legs involved. Can't wait to see this featherweight showcase and start the action here on championship night. Lillian Garcia is inside of the smart cage to get us started.
Well, good evening from New York City. It is going to be a huge night of action. We have 6 world titles, $6 million champions getting ready to be crowned tonight. But first, we're going to go ahead and kick everything off with a new fighter showcase. And this is going to be in the featherweight division, brought to you by Caged Muscle. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He specializes in Muay Thai, standing at 5 feet 10, weighing in at 146 pounds. In 15 professional bouts, he has a record of 11 victories and 4 defeats, with 9 wins by stoppage. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, here is 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striker, standing at 5 feet 9, officially weighing in at 146 pounds. In 21 professional bouts, he has a record of 18 victories and 3 defeats, with 12 wins by stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, he has signed on to the 2020 PFL Featherweight Division. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is Brendan Loughnane. Your referee in charge, Mike Beltran.
Mike Beltran, third man inside of the cage. 3 5-minute rounds, featherweight action. Non-title bout, this is a showcase bout. Brendan Loughnane in the green trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 out of Curitiba, Brazil in the silver.
You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Head up, let's go!
Touch of the gloves to get us started, inside leg kick from Loughnane. And Brendan Loughnane in an interesting position, Randy. He was signed as a fast-rising prospect. Everyone's excited about what this kid's potential is. Comes from a great camp. He's got Dominic Cruz in his corner, but that comes with some pressure.
Absolutely comes with some pressure. I think he's expected to win tonight, and where does that leave him if he doesn't win? I don't think he worries too much about that. He just loves this game. He loves to fight. He wants to slug somebody in the face, and he gets to do it here in front of his dad.
His dad, as we heard from Caroline, made the first trip via plane of his entire life. Came over from the UK. Brendan told us that it's work, pub, home. Well, now it's work, pub, home, Madison Square Garden to watch his son fight. Loughnane going to work early on the low leg of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Inside kick, outside kick, trading off, keeping out that kicking range, not getting into that slugfest range yet.
He goes up high. That one blocked by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, who told us in the fighter meetings he's comfortable with the level of striking he has seen Brendan Loughnane display. He's got an extensive Muay Thai background himself. He thinks that if it stays standing, he'll be all right. Long right hand sneaks through there for Loughnane. He goes up high again, this time with the lead leg.
Two orthodox fighters, and now Valente switched stances. He's in the southpaw stance. Both guys feeling each other out, staying out of that, not getting into that nose-to-nose slugfest yet. Kind of picking at each other, figuring out, seeing how they're going to react. Anticipate what that reaction is to the kick or the punch.
Lead hook right hand there from Loughnane. Both of them avoided mostly by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. The volume
nice
is coming
right.
from Loughnane, and that's a nice straight right hand.
Another one. Loughnane starting to dial it in, starting to find those little reactions, those little openings to land those shots.
Left hook there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 to answer some of the aggressive striking from Loughnane. And it's interesting, Randy, that those low leg kicks are sometimes used by fighters almost the same as a jab, measuring the distance, setting other things up, and it feels like that's what Loughnane has done so far.
Loughnane throws a nice left inside kick, and then he changes off and throws a right low kick to the calf. And those calf kicks suck. Oh, they hurt.
Well, it's still early in the fight, halfway through round number 1, but those will certainly pay dividends later if he continues to land them. Brendan Loughnane in the green trunks on a 4-fight win streak right now, including another showcase bout earlier this year back in October.
Oh, nice right hand again by Loughnane. Both these guys talked about the elimination of elbows in this fight. Muay Thai practitioners love using their elbows. Loughnane loves a spinning back elbow a lot, and he needs this corner to continue to remind him not to throw an elbow because it's not allowed in the PFL.
Valente backs Loughnane up with a hook. Loughnane avoids the second one. The corner of Loughnane calling for a 1-2. Spinning back kick. He goes up high with his left leg again and switches stances back there to the orthodox. Now once again, southpaw. More leg kicks. That lead leg might be one of the reasons that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is switching stances back and forth.
I absolutely think that's true. It's red on the inside, red on the outside. It's definitely going to really hurt tomorrow. Loughnane mixing up the high attacks, the low attacks, really kind of finding his rhythm.
Well, these two men promised us a striking battle, and you can see 70% of the fight has been squared in the middle. Another high kick attempt there, and now a clinch from Brendan Loughnane. Steps in, presses at Valente up against our smart cage.
The first time we see the Muay Thai practitioner Valente in the clinch, which is a position that a lot of the Thai guys love.
That's a place where those elbows come in handy, but again, here in Professional Fighters League, no elbows. Nice combination there from Brendan Loughnane. That right hand right on the beard of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Loughnane appears to be the quicker, faster fighter with his hands and his feet.
He's mixing up the strikes extremely well as Brendan Loughnane. And now you can see some instability on that left leg of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. But the Brazilian is game. 10 seconds left. Inside of 5 now in round number 1. Big right hand to finish it out for Brendan Loughnane. That shin is shaped a little bit differently.
Yes, he's growing a twin there.
Touch of the gloves. Both fighters come out in an orthodox stance. Valente immediately switches to southpaw, keeping that damaged leg behind him. And as soon as he puts it in front, Brendan Loughnane goes after it.
Yep, that is definitely going to affect his mobility. He's able to move his feet and cut to those angles and find those angles to land shots on Loughnane with that leg being a little boogered up.
Loughnane feels like he's just now really entering his prime. He just turned 30 a couple of weeks ago. Feels like he's got a lot of room to grow, but he exhibits an extremely high fight IQ. A guy 21 fights into his career. Feels like he's ready for the big stage. And actually, he campaigned to be a replacement in our featherweight championship coming up later tonight.
Already calling out the champ in Lance Palmer. He wants a shot at him. And thought that, you know, him and Gilpin have already fought twice. Why not slide me in there? I'll fight for this championship.
He said he didn't really expect that they were going to give him that nod, but why not ask for it? Front kick attempt there from Valente.
Loughnane doing a nice job of corralling Valente, cutting him off, keeping him against the fence, not giving him any space to find angles or be effective himself.
Clever combinations from Brendan Loughnane, who has now landed 24 kicks in this bout. Right hand again from Brendan Loughnane. And he goes back to the southpaw stance, upstairs with a lead kick.
Loughnane going to work on the other leg now.
Says you're going to take away your left one. That's fine. I'll go to the right. And he's really taking control of the center of the cage here in round number 2, Randy.
Forward.
Inside the corner there, Brendan Loughnane. You'll see Dominic Cruz on your left.
Chin down. Come on, yes. Pull back
Nice
a bit.
right
Let
hand.
go. Let go. Come on, back in. Back in. Yes. Head up. Head up.
Again, body hand, higher low. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Sit on.
Yes. Back to hands.
Jab right high.
Hands, don't let it go forward. Not enough.
Fire it when he comes forward. Fire your high.
Head up. Head up.
You hear Dominic Cruz there calling for the jab and then the right high kick. Really, we've seen it from Cruz many, many a time.
We absolutely have.
He'll hide that high kick, and he'll throw it quickly, but always behind something to disguise it.
And it's a unique technique to throw that behind a jab on the same side as the jab comes from. It's hard to see.
Traveling sidekick there from Brendan Loughnane right to the midsection of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Valente tries to use his reach there, search for a jab. Take a look inside of Valente's corner, see what they have to say.
Switch your stance. Hands, throw the overhand. Movement. Where's the jab? You got to throw the jab first. Throw the jab right in his head. There we go.
That's 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the corner of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗍. Valente tests a body kick there on Loughnane, who goes back to the legs. Dozens of kicks now landing for Brendan Loughnane through the first 2 rounds. Closing in on 1 minute remaining here in round number 2, a featherweight showcase bout at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden.
Reverse hook kick, was that what that was? Loughnane really mixing it up.
Flying knee attempt. And another knee to the body there. On the exit, Loughnane lands a left hand. And he's really feeling the striking in the distance now, Randy. Ducks under, tries for the clinch, and immediately thinks better of it.
Loughnane is really gathering momentum, getting more and more confidence as this fight goes on, starting to find his range and really understand that he's that much quicker than Valente.
That problem, of course, for Valente aggravated by the damage that you can see on both of his legs.
You can see it on his nose as well. Nice choice in combinations by Loughnane.
Nice right hand there. Damage continues to accumulate on the face and legs of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. He wings a right hand unsuccessfully. As we close out round number 2, it has been all Brendan Loughnane in the second frame. His first showcase bout in the PFL went to decision. He beat Matt Wege. He does not want to go the distance tonight. High kick attempt there. Brendan Loughnane gets right to work. Valente is game with his left hook exchange.
Big power punches by Valente, but they're whiffing. They're in the air. Loughnane is already gone.
And that left hand landed as Loughnane moved to his right. Got to be careful about circling into the power of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, who wings another left hook.
That one landed right on the ear of Loughnane. A little more energy in this round from Valente.
Body shot from Valente.
You can smell he's down 2 rounds, and he really needs to turn it up and make something happen in this 3rd round. Loughnane shakes it off, got the cup check, but he says, nope, not taking any time. I got this guy right where I want him.
Loughnane catches a kick and trips Valente to the mat.
And I can guarantee you this is not a place Valente wants to be. He said that in the fighter interview. You know, he lost his last 2 fights because he fought with guys that were very good on the ground and very good grapplers, and he's just not up to speed there yet.
Loughnane more comfortable in the stand-up exchanges, but he feels he's truly a well-rounded mixed martial artist. And here he is in the half guard of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, putting his right hand to work. Probably up 2 rounds on the scorecard.
I think clearly 2 rounds on the scorecards and on his way to the 3rd round and a victory here if he doesn't get the finish. Standing back up, gonna make Valente get back to his feet.
Right hand there from Loughnane. Valente not going away here. Another left hand.
See the little hesitation in Valente. He dipped as that jab came in, and that almost sets him up for that right hand.
Valente continuing to try and throw that winging left hook. Loughnane, as has happened in the first 2 rounds, doing a good job of measuring the distance and taking some power off even when they do land. Less than 3 minutes remaining here in our featherweight showcase bout on ESPN+. Brendan Loughnane in the green trunks,
Seeing a nice head fakes from Loughnane, and he's getting that little dip from Valente. Look for him to time that. Show that little fake. See that dip from Valente and land a knee or an uppercut. He'll score with that.
Well, Randy, as I said, Loughnane made no bones about the fact that he wants a finish. He's closing in on 2 minutes left in this fight. He's comfortably ahead, realistically, on the judges' scorecards. If he's going to get a finish, what does he need to do here?
He's got to really open up. I think he's got to be willing to stand in there and trade a little bit with Valente. He's been sticking and moving and not really just kind of going nose to nose and trying to find a way to put him out to finish him.
Inside of 2 minutes now. Right high kick there from Brendan Loughnane. Threw it naked. Did not hide it behind a jab. His corner has been calling for him to do that. Heel kick. Little sidestep and leads with that heel kick. Valente returns a couple of strikes, but they both hit only air. David Alex Valente, unfortunately for his case, not able to figure out the distance most of the time on these exchanges.
Hard to say if that's from the sore feet and legs that he's packing right now, or if he just, Loughnane is just that quick and that agile.
Loughnane ducks under and takes David Alex Valente down, closing in on 1 minute left in this featherweight bout. Again, 3 fives. Some ferocious ground and pound, considering the fact that Valente has the neck controlled there of Brendan Loughnane. Still be able to create some good power on those left hands.
Very slick. He's long and rangy. He finds ways to slip those in there and really did some nice shots from that half guard position.
Little hammer fist and a left hook from the top position for Brendan Loughnane. A warning there from Mike Beltran. Some of those strikes landing on the back of the head of Loughnane, who's on top. 30 seconds remain here in this featherweight showcase bout. Nice left hand sneaks through again, compromising the mouthpiece there of David Alex Valente, and it pops out with 20 seconds remaining here.
Loughnane
10 seconds left.
Loughnane in control of this fight from almost the very start.
Dominant performance from Brendan Loughnane in another showcase bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout 30-27. Here is your winner, Brendan Loughnane.
There's our tail of the tape. These guys, the same height, roughly, the same exact reach. They weighed in at the same, they're the same age. Who is the better mixed martial artist? We're about to find out. In the people's main event, Lillian Garcia, what do you got?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Socio People's main event on ESPN Plus, voted by you, the fans, and it's in the featherweight division. This is presented to you by CarParts.com. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a striker. Standing at 5'8", he weighs in officially at 146 pounds. In 15 professional bouts, he has a record of 11 wins and 4 losses, with 5 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Niterói, Brazil, here is Shimon Moraes. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is also a striker. Standing at 5'9", he weighs officially 146 pounds. In 22 professional bouts, he has a record of 19 wins and 3 losses, with 10 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is Brendan Loughnane. Your referee in charge, Gasper Oliver.
Gasper Oliver will oversee 3 5-minute rounds of featherweight action. Top of the table is up for grabs. So far, no finishes tonight. Will these men bring the action like they promised? Brendan Loughnane in the green trunks. Shimon Moraes representing Brazil in the gray. Oh, right to the center of the cage in an exchange.
Two tremendous strikers here going at it, these guys. right out to the middle of the cage here. Looked like Moraes may have caught the worst of that.
Feint. Yes.
Moraes trying to creep his way in with that kind of traditional Muay Thai stance.
Yes.
Nice jab there from Brendan Loughnane after a couple low calf kicks as well. He wants to finish, but he'll bank some of those kicks for later on. Another jab from Loughnane. And that's that footwork and sharp boxing you were talking about, Kenny.
Yeah, absolutely. He has real sharp boxing, sticking and moving there. That jab encircling away from the power of Moraes as well.
That time you started the combination with a right hand, mixing it up a little bit, Randy.
Yeah, absolutely. Mixing up his combinations, trying to find those angles. Great footwork. Mixing up an occasional kick to make you think about that other level.
Another jab there and a stiff one from Brendan Loughnane. Scoring with it. Moraes not showing any signs of wear just yet.
Come on. He's not got your range. Get him on the way in.
Another low calf kick from Brendan Loughnane.
Build.
Loughnane just has so many different weapons, but for me, again, the footwork is really the glue of the striking, and Loughnane just doing such a good job of getting in and getting out and not taking any shots.
Nice jab to the body there from 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑. Can't hit the head. Go ahead and punch him right above that belt line. Loughnane saw that one coming, backed out. Another jab from Brendan Loughnane.
Back now, get back in.
Go. That's it right there, Brendan.
Wait for it.
That's it right there. That's the spot.
Ooh, nice right hand.
There we want it.
Sharp.
In and out.
Laser precision there from Brendan Loughnane.
All straight, too, right down the pipe. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it really is pretty to watch. Brendan doing a good job of feinting his way in, keeping Moraes guessing, getting angles as well.
And that jab has already cooled off some of the aggression from Moraes. That's what he's kind of known for, but it's difficult when someone keeps putting a stiff jab in your
No
face.
question, that hurt him. That right hook may have hurt him there, Sean.
Up over the top, left hand lands as well. Moraes is in trouble. Down to his butt.
Get some space. Get him off.
Nice from the clinch, little overhand right hook that really set Moraes on his heel.
And Moraes is in big trouble here. Nice right hand and a body shot. Combination unloading here from Brendan Loughnane. Oh! Brendan Loughnane puts Moraes down. 6 points. Top of the table.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 2 minutes and 55 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by knockout and earning 6 points in the featherweight division, Brendan Loughnane.
Huge playoff implications here. Both of these young men coming off of victories in their first fights. Brendan Loughnane, we've seen the finish a lot of times, but Randy Couture, a hard-fought victory for Tyler Diamond, good enough for 3 points in a decision. He thinks he's game and can get it done against the guy some people call the favorite in featherweight.
If Tyler Diamond gets a finish in any round in this fight, he secures himself a position in the playoffs. He's bringing that mullet in here and the hillbilly grind. He thinks that's going to be the difference. He feels like he's a tougher fighter, and he's going to grind this out. He feels like he's a bad matchup for Loughnane.
Is that mullet regulation, Randy? I don't know.
I think it is.
Okay.
It's world class.
That is beautiful.
Well, Tyler Diamond makes no secret about it. He says, I'm a better wrestler, but Brendan Loughnane says, my striking is actually on par with my wrestling. My wrestling might be even better.
Right, exactly. If Brendan Loughnane is not short on confidence, and he said, listen, that's going to be the difference. He thinks Tyler Diamond was in a big-time war. He thinks that, you know, he's going to be feeling that tonight. He had an easy fight, a quick knockout over 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 Moraes, and he believes he's going to get another one tonight.
We'll see how it plays out in just a few seconds here. Woo. But first, the Tail and Tape brought to you by the Marine Corps. 1 year older is Brendan Loughnane, 2 inches taller. He's got a 3-inch reach advantage in the arms. Tyler Diamond has longer legs. Lillian Garcia starts us off on ESPN2.
Well, good evening, fight fans. We are live from Atlantic City with the second half half of the 2021 Professional Fighters League's regular season. And we continue the action right now in the featherweight division. So get fired up, cause it's about to get real. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a freestyle fighter. Standing at 5'7", he officially weighs in at 145.5 pounds. In 13 professional fights, he has a record of 12 wins with only 1 loss and 7 victories by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Oroville, California, here is 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striker. Standing at 5'9", he officially weighs in at 146 pounds. In 23 professional fights, he has a record of 20 wins and 3 losses with 13 victories by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is Brendan Loughnane. Your referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
Loughnane in the green trunks, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the black and gray. Loughnane, the biggest betting favorite on the card tonight, and 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 not too happy about that. A little conversation happening pre-fight in the cage.
Yeah, absolutely. Brendan already trying to get into the head of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑.
Switching stance there from Loughnane early. Goes right to southpaw. Tests a high kick, blocked there by 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Misses with the leg kick.
Brendan giving Tyler different looks, switching his stances quite often here.
Left high kick came up again. Diamond wings a right hand. Loughnane moves out of the way. Back to the orthodox stance for Loughnane. He's keeping his distance here. He knows that 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 wants to close. Probably shoot a takedown. There comes that left high kick again.
I want you to snap that. Don't let him get comfortable. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Let's go, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. It's time to shine, Diamond. It's time to shine, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Nice right hand, snuck over the guard there for Brendan Loughnane. Diamond's got a chin. We saw that on display in his first bout of the regular season. Decision victory over 𝗟𝗚𝗏. Go inside the blue corner of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Keep moving, let's go, team.
Circle away, get the center again. Let's get his back in space.
Hands up, circle other way, let's go.
Step over. You gotta close the gate right there. It's Diamond time.
Inside leg kick there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Faints for that low single. Randy comes back up, and Loughnane retreating, measuring the distance. So far, he's figured it out.
And I think that retreating is the key. You can hear his corner telling him, keep Loughnane backing up, keep the pressure on him, keep them moving backwards. He's using that head fake to let him think he's shooting, and he's throwing his punches off of that.
Yeah, Brendan's reading it pretty well, but he's got to watch out for that overhand right from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. It's been close a couple times, and it looks like Tyler's getting closer each time.
So far, Loughnane been content to counterpunch, but now he advances a little bit. Body shot from Diamond.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Almost on cue there.
Winging that one.
He sure is.
He's got to commit to that takedown just a little bit more, a little half step further in, and Loughnane going to have to bring his hands down and respect it. And now he's in range to land that punch.
Diamond evades the spinning back kick from Loughnane. Right hand pushes into the guard there of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Oh, 2 minutes remaining here in round number 1.
I think that left eye kick may have landed on Tyler. Loughnane just continues to switch things up.
Those calf kicks, that's the second sharp calf kick that Loughnane has landed on 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Spinning back kick to the midsection. Diamond moves in behind a jab. Loughnane evades the right hand once again.
Big difference is Diamond's keeping Loughnane backing up. As long as he's backing up, he doesn't seem to have as much offense. If he settles and Diamond backs up, then Loughtnane's offense starts to kick in.
Another one of those very fashionable low kicks in the sport of mixed martial arts. That's 3 by my count that have landed below the knee of Tyler Diamond.
Smart strategy by Brendan Loughnane. Not only is it going to slow him down on the feet, but it's going to take away a lot of that shooting ability there from Tyler Diamond. He's in on a nice single. Let's see what Brendan Loughnane's counter wrestling's all about here.
And he told us his wrestling was just as good as his striking. His training partners concur. Tyler Diamond, obviously no slouch in the wrestling department. Told us he's going to grind on Brendan Loughnane. Does he have enough time?
Gets himself a little off balance on the high signal, trying to trip. Does Diamond. Loughnane says he got invited to a very special gym with a bunch of Iranians in England, and they were amazing wrestlers. He got his butt whooped for quite a long time, but it really upped his wrestling game and gave him some confidence in his wrestling abilities.
Make it 4 low calf kicks that have landed. Diamond catches a kick, rushes in behind it. 15 seconds left.
Yeah, Loughnane doing a good job of fighting hands, controlling that wrist, just leaning on Tyler.
Diamond unable to score the takedown here as the round closes. Back for number 2. 145-pound action here. Featherweight playoff spot on the line. Loughnane gets the advantage in the FPR. Those leg kicks did score. A couple of punches landed.
Every time Brendan Loughnane's in that southpaw position, he goes high with that left roundhouse kick, and he's finding some great success with it.
He's got to adjust his distance. He's still just a half a step too far for one of those punches to land. The head fake's there, the threat of the takedown's there, the shot, but he's got to be just a half step closer before it lands.
You look at Brendan Loughnane, he just does all the little things right. He has excellent fundamentals. He knows how to move his feet. He's very technically sound. Look at that left high kick again. Every single time he's in that southpaw position, Tyler Diamond needs to be ready for it. And the problem is, even if it doesn't land to the head, you still got to block it with your forearm, and that's no good either.
There's Loughnane with the shot. Nice job scrambling out of a bad position. And the beauty of Loughnane there is he threw that left high kick and then right to the sprawl because he knew Diamond was coming when he was standing on one foot.
Absolutely. Oh, nice uppercut.
And a right turn. And a turn. Diamond is hurt and scrambling. Loughnane brings the right hand down from the top and goes to work with ground and pound. Tyler Diamond dazed but still surviving.
Brendan Loughnane trying to throw a barrage of punches. Tyler Diamond in a 4-inch spot here on his back.
He grabs the low leg of Loughnane. Loughnane doing a great job of landing from the top here. Another right hand bounces Tyler Diamond's head off the canvas. And a left and another right. Referee watching closely. Once again, Diamond tries defensively to grab that leg. He's reaching and he's back to his feet. Far from safe here.
Diamond's wobbling a little bit. He's still hurt.
Yep. Tyler is a survivor, though, man. Wow.
What composure by Loughnane. Picking his shots, not rushing, not smothering, picking them and making every one of them count.
This isn't good.
Pull the leg out.
Inside the corner, Brendan Loughnane as the ground pound comes down from the top. Another big
Big shots. Loughtnane's trying to finish it right here in round 2. And Diamond just looks exhausted at this point.
More right hands from the top as Tyler Diamond looks to keep himself safe, clinging to consciousness in the low leg of Brendan Loughnane.
Up kick by Tyler Diamond sets Loughnane back a little bit.
Yeah, that may have hurt him.
He walked into an up kick.
Yeah.
Diamond hanging now on the neck.
We saw that holy crap look in Tyler Diamond's eyes right there.
Loughnane picks him up
Nice
with
job
the
by
double leg
Loughnane.
and dumps him right in front of his own corner. 90 seconds remain here in round number 2. Can Tyler Diamond survive the onslaught with Brendan Loughnane on top? Tyler Diamond's corner shouting that Loughnane is tired.
Loughnane had an opportunity to climb the full mount there, and he kind of missed it.
Tell you what, landing precise punches when someone's on their back from the top is harder than people think it is, but Brendan Loughnane, he makes them count.
That was a clinic on ground and pound right there, and doing it how it's supposed to be done.
He stayed active and he stayed busy, and he threw some serious power into those shots, but he's tired because of it as well. So, I mean, Tyler Diamond doing everything possible to survive. It's going to be interesting to see what happens if it goes to a third round here.
Nice knee to the body by Loughnane. As he saw that Diamond was setting up, he drove that knee into his stomach.
30 seconds left in round number 2. Tyler Diamond appears to be mostly recovered as he works off his back. Another right hand from Brendan Loughnane, butterfly guard.
Oh, those are big right hands. Those are big right hands.
10 seconds.
Man, what a chin on Tyler Diamond.
Shoulder punch by Loughnane.
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready?
Look at our ref cam there with Keith Peterson. Touch of the gloves. Big FPR score there for Brendan Loughnane, 97. About as good as it gets without scoring the 100-point finish. Shot there from Loughnane.
Wow, second shot from Loughnane. Yeah. He's putting his wrestling on display. It's not going to be a secret anymore.
Yep.
Little wobble there of the legs, maybe off balance there. Brendan Loughnane sitting down on some punches. Big combination. Blood trickling from the bridge of the nose now for Brendan Loughnane.
Oh, nice.
Oh, big nice right hand. How is Tyler Diamond standing up?
Tyler Diamond in trouble. Grabs the low leg again, trying to survive.
Wow.
So interesting, that low single will work in a wrestling situation with a shoe on, but with a bare foot, you come right out of there.
Absolutely. Man, Tyler Diamond.
Able to wrestle his way to a top position here. Brendan Loughnane might be just as gassed as Diamond's corner is shouting he is.
I mean, this fight has been non-stop. How can either of these guys not be tired? My goodness. What a war.
Diamond in top position here, working with his left hand. Loughnane closes the guard on his back. Right hand sneaks over the guard there from Tyler Diamond.
Brendan Loughnane has that cut on the bridge of his nose there. Can't tell if there's any other damage there aside from that cut. Now trying to scramble to his feet, trying to base up, doing a good job, and he does it.
He gets himself out. Blood on the faces of both of these competitors at 145 pounds. A win of any kind gets Brendan Loughnane into the playoffs.
Nice counter by Loughnane.
Good.
Tyler in deep on the double leg. Loughnane brings the hips, turns the corner, and manages to come up on top.
Keith Peterson calls a stop to the fight.
Face me.
And
Face me. Grab it again. Lose point. Yes. Fight.
Oh, he's warning him for grabbing the fence.
Grabbing the fence. The grab of the fence. Change the position of the fight. Says do it again and you lose a point. Back to a neutral position standing. Right hand misses for both. That one landed for Brendan Loughnane. Diamond doesn't care. There's the
two nice shots.
Reset.
Low kick and 2 punches by Loughnane.
Southpaw stance as Diamond tries to protect that.
Hey, reset.
Catches the kick. Dives in on a double.
Bring it down, Brendan. Up.
Loughnane not going to concede it. He's going to try and fight back to his feet.
2 minutes remain here in the third and final round. Loughnane into the playoffs with a victory. Tyler Diamond can only guarantee himself a playoff spot with a finish. Otherwise, he's got to wait it out.
This has been a wild fight, and you kind of feel like the momentum's starting to switch Tyler Diamond's way. Brendan Loughnane was based on his hand. He had the ability to get up, and he kind of just winced and dropped down to his back. So this fatigue is definitely setting in here for Loughnane.
Oh, agreed 100%. Almost looked like Diamond was going to fall into an arm triangle there for a second, but Loughnane countered it quickly, changed the position, and rolled his hips.
Diamond going to work on the body and the head with his left hand there. Loughnane attempting to isolate that left arm of Tyler Diamond. Diamond traps it.
Loughnane using his legs well, getting him back into the fight. Gonna try and scramble up. Pretty slippery with all that blood. It's hard to hold the guy down.
Diamond misses with a high kick. Loughnane stuffs a takedown, stalks forward. 43 seconds remaining. Both men worse for the wear here.
My goodness. Is that mullet power or is it hillbilly power? What is that?
He's got granite for a head.
Wow.
Fun fact, the mullet serves as a helmet. Most people don't actually know. Oh, knee to the body. Diamond sprawls all the way down to his belly. Loughnane with a sharp right hand right down
nice
the middle.
knee.
Another knee. Big hook from Diamond just misses. 5, 4, 3. A flurry.
Another one.
And that'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 30-27, 29-27, and 28-28 for your winner by majority decision, earning 3 points in the featherweight division, clinching a spot in the 2021 PFL playoffs, Brendan Loughnane!
Wow.
Hydrogen water. Brendan Loughnane, 3 years older at 32. He's 2 inches taller. He weighed in a pound heavier. 71-inch reach on the arms for both men. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 comes in with a 2-inch reach advantage on the legs. To you, Lillian Garcia.
The $6 million quest continues, and now we move to the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a wrestler. Standing at 5 feet 7 inches tall, he weighs in officially 145 1/2 pounds. In 13 professional fights, he has a record of 10 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, with 6 victories by way of knockout. Fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, here is 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a striker. Standing at 5'9", he officially weighs in at 146 pounds. In 25 professional fights, he has a record of 21 wins and 4 losses, with 12 victories by way of knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is Brendan Loughnane. Your referee in charge, Gary Copeland.
Gary Copeland equipped with our ref cam. He can take us in close to the action. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in the gray trunks, Brendan Loughnane in the green. And fun fact for you, Kenny Florian, it's almost 3 a.m. in Manchester, England right now. Brendan Loughlane's home fans, they're up watching. Kick attempt there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Jabs from Brendan Loughnane and then right back out.
Brendan Loughnane very good at distance management, establishes his jab very well, and once he gets on the inside, he's coming at you with 4 or 5 strikes.
Exchange of low calf kicks from these two fighters.
trying to work his way on the inside. Trying to back up 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Another calf kick attempt there from Brendan Loughnane. Nice scooping jab there from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Loughnane able to evade those two punches. I'm curious, Randy, to see if Loughnane, he's been working on that wrestling a lot, if he uses it offensively or if he plans on just making it a weapon that he can keep himself standing with.
Yeah, actually, that's a really interesting question. You wonder if he's going to try and put the wrestling to use to take this guy off his feet and put him on the ground. We know he likes to be on his feet and traditionally uses his wrestling in a defensive posture to stay standing. I would guess he's not going to.
Oh
boy!
Oh, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 clipped Brendan Loughnane and now goes to work.
Yeah, Brendan's dropping those hands a little bit, got caught.
Another nice right hand, but Brendan Loughnane feels like he's recovered. This is excellent ground and pound from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. These are heavy shots landing. The left hand bouncing off the jaw. There's a right down the middle and another. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 bursting out to a hot start here in the first round.
Yeah, Brendan was definitely taken by surprise with those hooks. He dropped his hands and the Japanese fighter took full advantage of it. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 looking very strong right here in round one. Very precise ground and pound as well.
Nice job by Brendan, using his long levers, getting his legs back in the fight, creating space, and getting back to his feet.
Front kick there from Brendan Loughnane. We'll see if he steps on the gas pedal a little bit, trying to steal this round back. There's Lance Palmer, two-time featherweight champion, watching on with interest. Both of these men could be future opponents for Lance.
Yeah, that's where Brendan's getting a little lazy when he's pulling back. He's pulling back, he's getting his head high, and he's dropping his hands. And that's where 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 was able to take advantage just moments ago.
I'm wondering if there's something wrong with Brendan Loughnane's mouth. He's moving his bottom lip and jaw around a little bit. Maybe just blood in the mouth. Spinning back kick glances off the body of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Another big right hand from the import from Japan.
Yeah, he's pulling back, and his base isn't really set up to take shots there. He's standing a little
In control of the center of the cage. Loughnane circles to claim it. Looks like 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 didn't know what he wanted to do there. Faked the takedown, ended up going upstairs. Inside of 10 seconds, Loughnane with a jab, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 with a kick. And we will see round two next.
and got the knockdown.
Excellent first round for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Loughnane came back to his corner, confirmed with his coaches, hey, did I lose that round? They told him the truth and said, yep, you're down a round. Fans in our Verdict MMA fan vote gave that one to 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Yeah,
Brendan Loughnane in the green. Sorry, Kenny.
Yeah, no worries. Got the knockdown and was also successful with ground and pound as well.
He literally just ran in a circle away from his opponent.
He got his feet out of position. He just decided to scamper away from it. Fighter performance rating gives round one to 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘 also. 94-39 advantage there. That right hand keeps finding its home for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘.
Yeah, Brendan just has to be careful on the exit. He's doing a good job of showing some lateral movement towards the pressure of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘, but when he's moving straight back, that's when he's getting caught. And on the exit, if he is showing lateral movement, he's got to keep those hands up.
Another hook lands for 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘. That was the punch that knocked down the off-balance Brendan Loughnane in round number one. Red Okamoto standing by with more on this fight.
Yeah, Sean, Brendan's coaches are noticing the same things that you guys are, is that he is just not being active enough. They're calling for a lot more. They're saying throw your kicks, throw uppercuts, throw your right hand. You got to be in the fight. You got to be more active. And mostly, as Kenny has pointed out, get your hands up. When you're exiting, you got to be tight. Right when he got dropped by that left hand in the first round, they yelled to him, you know you're in the fight now. Let's get going. They want to see activity, and he's got to get his hands up when he's backing up.
Well, almost to punctuate your point, Brett, thank you for that. 𝗟𝗑𝗦𝗢 landed another combination in the middle of that. And now Loughnane grabs a hold of 𝗟𝗑𝗦𝗢, and we'll see if that wrestling, he went and did a wrestling camp effectively with a bunch of Dagestanis, including 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦, who beat Loughnane last year.
We have seen him throw kicks, but you got to wonder with those two knee braces on, you wonder if maybe he's nursing an injury with one of his knees.
It appears that way. There's some bandages under one of those knee sleeves, which makes me think that was a little more than just strategic for his wrestling.
Yeah.
Nice explosion on a double leg takedown there from 𝗟𝗑𝗦, but Loughnane is able to get back to his feet.
Yeah, he's walking a little gingerly on that lead left leg, is Brendan Loughnane.
Ducks under a right hand.
He's getting a tendency now to dip his head straight down when 𝗟𝗑𝗦 comes in, and that could be a recipe for disaster too.
Yeah, absolutely. 𝗟𝗑𝗦 might throw an uppercut or a knee down the middle.
Another spinning back kick landed there for Brendan Loughnane, as did the low calf kick. 𝗟𝗑𝗦 pursuing with big punches. Late in the second round, it feels like Brendan Loughnane is starting to figure out the distance a little bit more here. Grabs a hold of 𝗟𝗑𝗦. Nice knee up the middle.
And his corner is urging Brendan Loughnane to be aware of the time. Only a little over a minute left. He's got to do something to try to make sure that the judges see him that he's winning this round. It has been close here in round 2 as well.
Absolutely it has. Ref cam with a minor glitch there, but you saw the action up close. Loughnane punching away. There's the shoulder punch. That's been a fashionable move tonight.
Yeah, we've seen that 4 or 5 times tonight already.
And there it was again, Kenny. Loughnane backing straight up with his hands down. He ate a right hand for it. And now he switches stance.
Oh, nice double leg there by Loughnane, but 𝗟𝗑𝗦 right back to his feet.
Live FPR favoring 𝗟𝗑𝗦 as this round comes to a close. Brendan Loughnane could very well find himself down 2 rounds to none if he doesn't switch things up. Although those knees to the body, he's landed several of those. Another.
He has been landing some good knees to the body from this position, though. And again,
Loughnane with another knee to the body.
Oh.
And a left.
Oh.
And was that a slip or a knockdown? Round 3 next. Florian cage side. Gary Copeland gets the 3rd round started. Brendan Loughnane in the green. 𝗟𝗑𝗦𝗢𝗑𝗦 making his PFL debut in the gray. He had a very strong first round, an incredibly close second round, but if you're Brendan Loughnane, you have to assume that you're down on the scorecard.
yeah, I agree. He's got to do something big here in this 3rd round.
𝗟𝗑𝗦 with the attempted takedown, in on the single, stopped on his knees, no follow through with penetration, didn't keep his feet moving. Brandon easily countered that one. There's Brennan in on double leg, switches to the waist.
𝗟𝗑𝗦 trying to get wrist control, trying to separate hands, able to turn and face a little bit. Doesn't matter, Brendan gets the takedown, 𝗟𝗑𝗦 right back to his feet again.
Nice little sweep by Brendan Loughnane. 𝗟𝗑𝗦 doing a great job coming right back up. He's not going to concede anything.
No. I mean, he came to fight. You could see it. Everything he said, he seemed very confident, quiet, but very confident. And he's been a problem for Brendan Loughnane in every aspect of his fight. What an upset this would be.
Hands up, hands up. Hands scared. Stop. Right away. Stay tight. Volume now, Brendan.
Corner for Brendan Loughnane between rounds was calling for him to let his hands go.
Set up the cap. That's it. Let that go.
Normally he's excellent at putting together combinations. We've seen less of that in this fight.
Stay busy, Brendan. You gotta stay busy here. 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in. Go.
There's our Cronus fight tracker. 78%. Oh, nice takedown by Loughnane. Good strength displayed there. There's that foot sweep again. But 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 just keeps coming right back to his feet.
He's used that foot sweep again and again with great success, just not able to control the position after he drops him.
That's 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦 right there.
Yeah,
That is.
definitely had shades of that for sure.
And kudos for, well, Kudo getting right back up.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this fight.
Yes. Let's go. Hands up. Hands up. Hands down.
Brendan cut on the exit there.
Sorry, Sean. Brendan's doing the right thing here, though, in round 3. He is pressuring his opponent. He's trying to take the fight to him. He's looking for ways to get the takedown.
Well, where are those combinations? Where are those
Yeah.
combinations we're so used to seeing from him?
Right. Well, I wonder if that knee is playing a part in that.
If that's affecting his conditioning a little bit or his mobility a little bit. It does not seem. Whoa, we got a head clash.
Looks like an accidental.
I know.
Perhaps an
There's
accidental
unintentional.
headbutt.
Hold on.
Cut looks
Hold
like
on.
it's on the hairline there.
Real quick.
For 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, we'll see.
They had a headbutt. They both shot in headbutt at the same time.
Yeah, it might be preventing Brendan from sitting down on his punches and getting stability on the canvas a little bit because he isn't putting together those same combinations that we're used to, Randy, no question. Here it is. Looked like Brendan was trying to level change, and so was Kudo.
Yeah, they ran right into each other. Clash of heads.
Yeah, and Kudo took the worst of that. Ran into the top of the head, which is the hardest part of the head of Brendan Loughnane, and see that cut open up immediately.
That's bad. All right, let me talk to the commissioner real quick, okay?
Ooh, well, that's a dandy.
Yeah,
Very,
that's a
very
nasty
nasty
one.
cut.
And it is in round 3, so they would go to the scorecard if he's not able to continue.
Accidental.
That's a large cut.
Yeah, I don't.
Doctor
may
looks
be
like he
waving
wants
it
to
off.
wave this thing off. It's a big cut. It's not near the eye. If we end up going to the judges' scorecards, it would be a technical decision, and that becomes very fascinating because round 2 was razor-thin margin for whoever won it. We don't know who won.
Right.
Exactly.
But it was a razor-thin margin for whoever won.
But I think it clearly boils down
That's
to
it.
how they score range 2, or round 2.
Fight is over on the accidental headbutt. That's a large cut on 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. We will go to the judges' scorecards and figure out how this one had been scored to this point.
Yeah, again, not knowing the scorecards, but I think this works to Brendan Loughnane's disadvantage. This is maybe advantageous for Kudo, right?
His third round was certainly his best round so far. But, I mean, in any case, look, if Kudo won the first 2 rounds, there's no partial round scoring as one more look at this headbutt. Pardon me, they will score round 3.
Due to an accidental clash of heads that came at 3 minutes even into round number 3, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 cannot continue. We go to the judges' scorecards. The totals are 29-28, 29-28, and 29-28. Your winner by technical decision, earning 3 points in the featherweight division, Brendan Loughnane!
Here's our tale of the tape, presented by the United States Air Force Reserve. Brendan Loughnane is 4 years older. He's 3 inches taller. He has a 2-inch reach advantage on the arms, but it's 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 with the longer legs. Lillian Garcia, to you.
Well, good evening, fight fans. We are live from Atlanta, Georgia, with the 2022 PFL regular season. And indeed, it is the second half. Right now, it is win or go home this evening. And we're going to go ahead and get everything started in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, Fighting out of the blue corner, he is a striker. Standing at 5'6", he officially weighs in at 145.5 pounds. In 12 professional fights, he has a record of 8 victories and 4 defeats, with 6 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Tampa, Florida, here is 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, the Bosnian Dragon, 𝗟𝗚𝗥. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is also a striker. Standing at 5'9", he officially weighs in at 145.75 pounds. In 26 professional fights, he has a record of 22 victories and 4 defeats, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is Brendan Loughnane. Your referee in charge, Brent McKeon.
The chants echoing in Manchester. Our referee ready to start this featherweight bout. Equipped with the ref cam just in case we need to get up close and personal. Touch of the gloves, and we are underway. Both fighters in an orthodox stance. 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 wings a big overhand right. 𝗟𝗚𝗥 now switching his stance early. Brendan Loughnane scouted it out. He said he will do that frequently in this fight.
Yeah, that's always tricky, trying to adapt to that different range, adapting to all those different weapons, and that's an advantage for 𝗟𝗥.
Challenge is always known which offense to use, whichever stance presents itself.
Loughnane himself switching stances back and forth, giving the 𝗟𝗥 a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, Loughnane really is a mixed martial artist who could do it all.
Tentative approach so far from Loughnane. Reacting, trying to get the timing here from 𝗟𝗥.
Yeah, it looks like Loughtnane's trying to catch 𝗟𝗥 on the counter.
Catches the kick. Loughnane thinks better of the exchange, lets it go. And again, the body kick caught. 𝗟𝗥 followed up with a little hook on the grab.
Yeah, that was a nice little shot that landed clean on Loughtnane's jaw.
𝗟𝗚𝗥 so far really stymieing any offense from Brendan Loughnane with his own movement and his own offense. Loughnane yet to throw a significant strike here.
Nice head movement by Loughnane to get into the clinch position. Not taking any damage there.
Yeah, this is a very underrated aspect of Loughnane's game. He has excellent wrestling, both defensively and offensively.
Showed that wrestling a little bit in his first match against 𝗚𝗏. He had some takedowns there. I think surprised everybody that he pulled that wrestling out.
A lot of surprises in that fight. Ryoji Kudo made things pretty difficult for Brendan Loughnane in the early goings, and 𝗟𝗥 trying to do the same thing here in the first round of this fight.
𝗟𝗥 using that underhook to change positions and put Loughnane against the fence, kind of take control of the clinch. Nice hook from 𝗟𝗥.
Caught Brendan Loughnane backing up. And another right hand from 𝗟𝗥. Stiff punch from the Bosnian Dragon.
Yeah, that was a great shot that definitely got Loughnane's attention. To me, it seemed like Brendan's a little tight out there. Might be feeling that pressure.
Low kick from Brendan Loughnane lands. 𝗟𝗥 back to the southpaw stance.
There's Loughnane looking for that right-hand counter there, Sean.
𝗟𝗥 just misses with a high kick. Nice aggression here from 𝗟𝗥. And a right hand from Brendan Loughnane finds its home.
𝗟𝗥 using a lot of long-range weapons and not really stepping in the pocket and trading. I think that's a respect to Brendan Loughnane's hands.
Significant mouth developing under the left eye of Brendan Loughnane already. Probably from one of those 𝗟𝗥 right hands. This time Loughnane caught him coming in.
Yeah, and Loughnane may be dealing with some eye issues on that side. Gets increasingly more difficult to see on that side, especially if there's an orbital issue.
And with 𝗟𝗥 able to switch stances and bring weapons from either side, a closed left eye could become a problem for Brendan Loughnane.
That was a heavy leg kick there from Brendan. 𝗟𝗥 felt that one.
Nice work by 𝗟𝗥 to use Brendan Loughnane's momentum against him.
Little level change in penetration by Loughnane. Nice arm drag.
That was beautiful.
Really slick arm drag from the clinch there.
𝗟𝗘𝗥 really sitting down on some of these punches, trying to score a big shot against Loughnane. There's another exchange. 1 minute remains here in the first round. 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣 chasing down Brendan Loughnane. Right hand partially landed there for Loughnane. Back into the clinch they go. Little foot wheel, Randy.
Yeah, nice little off balance by Brendan Loughnane. Keep 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 guessing when they get to that clinch and tied up position. He's got to let his hands go in those exchanges, though. One punch and gun out is not going to do it.
Nice combination from Brendan Loughnane. 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 shrugs it off.
That's what Loughnane needs. Ooh, that was a big shot. That's what he needs. He needs to find those angles. Once he does, he needs to take advantage and blitz 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣.
Spinning kick from 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 misses. Nice distance there by Brendan Loughnane. 10 seconds left here. Dancing back and forth. 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 chasing Brendan Loughnane now and says, bring the fight. Round 2 when we return.
What a fight so far. There's another combination attempted there.
The first round favoring 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣 here. Brendan Loughnane left eye swelling shut in the corner. And a nice left hand from Loughnane in the early goings here for round 2.
Yeah, you can see that sense of urgency now from Loughnane. He's trying to get right in 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗣's face.
Loughnane wants to draw him into a firefight and get into a serious exchange here. 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣's doing a good job with the long-range weapons, just pot-shotting, really not engaging in that type of fight.
Loughnane having more success, though, pressuring 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 here. 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 seems way less comfortable going backwards than he does moving forward, so I think there's a good approach here from Loughnane.
Loughnane presses 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 to the cage. 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 able to pummel back in. Take a look inside Brendan Loughtnane's corner.
Let it go, that's it right there. Strike, both it. Hey, body, kick. Yes, yes, let it go. Boy, he felt that, Brendan. More. Hands, Brendan, let him go. Uppercut, come on, right hand uppercut.
That was a beautiful spinning back kick and a nice right hand there from Loughnane.
He had 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 against the cage covered up, and he didn't step in and let his hands go in a flurry.
You can hear the corner calling for it. Little hesitation from Brendan Loughnane. Might be that pressure showing, but he appears to be loosening up here 2 minutes into the second round, excuse me.
He is, but I think he's also dealing with not being able to see on that left side. That eye really closing up, fellas.
Landed a hook on the end of that combination. Brendan Loughnane continuing to switch stances, give a different look.
Oh,
nice movement.
Excellent counter shot there by Loughnane.
And for all you young fighters out there, this is where it's really important that the training you did before the fight was the proper kind of training, because we're seeing Brendan Loughnane still disciplined with his movement. Excellent takedown there. Despite the damage to his eye, he's got a consistent performance going. That is training, Kenny.
Yeah, and showing excellent diversity here as well. Good decision here. Not so hard to find where your opponent is when he's on the mat. I think this will slow things down for Loughnane a little bit, who's dealing with that left eye issue.
Loughnane doing a nice job of moving his head, making 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 miss, and then making him pay for missing by taking him down.
The reality of the situation here is Brendan Loughnane is going to have to win this fight with one eye, because that left eye is swollen all the way shut. That will change the way that he strategizes for the remainder of this round and a third round if we see it.
Now Loughnane trying to push that left leg of 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣 down. Now 𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣's trying to go to that high guard. Might be trying to set up a triangle, possibly an arm lock here.
Live fighter performance rating favoring Brendan Loughnane here. 90 seconds remain in the round. There's a look through the ref cam. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, very smart. Punches from the bottom, not usually terribly significant, but he's using the heel of his hand and trying to smack that left eye of Brendan Loughnane.
And he's showing some great flexibility here as well. He wants that right hand of Loughnane, that right arm, to escape the guard and trying to come up and over and attack that triangle choke. Loughnane has excellent posture now, though, and he's starting to rain down punches from top guard.
This is where Loughnane needs to get his hips in and his head up. Now he can rain down good shots, select his shots, and make them count.
Nice defense, though, by 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Showing some defensive savvy. Loughnane has more than double the fights in his career of 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, but 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 showing some really quality savvy.
Yeah, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 has been game all night, man.
There's a look through our PFL Ghost cam. You're actually looking through the chain link of the smart cage. Camera filters it out for you. 𝗚20 seconds remaining here in the round. 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is back.
Oh, nice.
Good right hand there from Brendan Loughnane.
Loughnane definitely trying to find his rhythm and range now.
He'll try and grab a takedown here to close the round. Clinched against the cage. Final seconds of the frame, a very interesting round number 2. Looked like third and potentially deciding frame here of our first featherweight bout of the evening. Likely a win-or-go-home scenario because of the logjam of three-point holders at the featherweight. Oh, big right hand from Brendan Loughnane and a bit of a wobble from 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. There's the boxing that Loughnane corner was calling for.
Yeah, the difference here are the feints of Brendan Loughnane. He's getting 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 to bite on those feints, and he's looking for that right hand. Beautiful work so far. Yeah, and 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 is just tired there.
Not understanding the stand-up here. Very, very odd decision by the referee when 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 lost his footing.
I'm not sure what that was. There's no slip in MMA.
To allow him to stand up.
Notice Brendan changing his stance, and I'm wondering if he's having trouble seeing out of that eye, and that's causing him to switch to that other stance.
Not stopping him from landing that beautiful jab, though.
Good movement again by Brendan Loughnane. Nice work in the corner to give him some sliver of eyesight there on that left side. There's the Manchester crowd watching intently. You hear the corner of Brendan Loughnane saying he is slowing down, referring to 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Can Loughnane finish this takedown? The answer to that is yes. He lands right inside control.
Nice job again by Loughnane, moving his head, making him miss, and making him pay for that miss.
Stay tight,
Yeah, in the corner of Loughnane, they want him to go for that finish here.
Start working it, Brendan. Work the Kimura.
Randy, I got to say, the evolution of Brendan Loughnane game is very evident because of how much now, 2 fights in this season 4, he's used his wrestling in both of those fights.
In the off-season, he went and hung out with some Dagestanis and started doing a lot of wrestling.
Very impressed by the mentality of Brendan Loughnane because what beat him a season ago, Kenny, was Movlid Khaybulaev's wrestling, and he said, well, I got to get on that level. And here he tries to step into the mount against 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Yeah, he's a great combination of both martial artist and fighter, and I'd like to see him try to advance into the mount position. He's looking for it now. This is where he can get a finish from that mount position with his ground and pound.
There's some urgency for Brendan Loughnane. If he gets another decision victory, even with those 6 points, because his last fight was a technical decision victory over 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, that puts him at the bottom of the log jam. So a finish here could give him a little bit of a breathing room potentially in the featherweight standings with a bunch of featherweight action still to come. 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, incredibly game, taking this fight on short notice after Boston Salmon was injured and removed from the regular season. Brendan Loughnane trying to isolate, step over. Nice work by 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, back to his feet.
It looked like Loughnane was going to try to attack at Kimura. Oh, beautiful 1-2 there by Loughnane.
And 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 displaying his chin. Can Loughnane, with 1 minute and 40 seconds left, secure himself a finish? Nice takedown again. That's the second time it's worked.
Yeah, and right into side control again. Loughnane has good position now. He's trying to transition and knee slide into mount.
Knee ride, climb into that mount position, see if he can posture up and pound out his opponent for the finish.
And that Kimura is there as well, Randy.
Referee going for the stand-up because of a strike to the groin.
You got 5 minutes, okay? Take your time.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 will take his time and recover.
Neutral corner. I watched it. That was low. Just stay right here for me, okay? Stay right there.
You can see the live odds here with just over a minute remaining have swung drastically in the favor of Brendan Loughnane. Take a replay here, Kenny. Let's see if this one landed in the forbidden zone.
Yeah, he was attacking the body there. Went a little low, went to the leg there, but not a whole lot on there.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑's hand pushed it low.
Right.
An inadvertent strike.
Yeah, it was actually 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 trying to block the wrist there.
Hey, no coaching while
It didn't really hit the groin so much. Kind of went to the leg.
Here.
Agreed.
The Bosnian Dragon potentially showing some veteran savvy here by giving himself a breather to charge up for one final minute. Back to action we go.
Ooh, head clash.
Another takedown attempt here from Loughnane, while 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 tries to free himself and swing away. Conservative approach for Loughnane, considering how significant a finish would be as time wanes.
Yeah, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 very tired.
Here.
Yeah, 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 seemed very tired now, throwing a lot of wild punches.
Trying to egg Brendan Loughnane into a brawl here. The right hand landed. Another takedown attempt here from Loughnane. He's got the body lock. And that trip, third time's a charm.
Climb to half guard. 10-second warning.
Hammer fist.
Jinx, you owe me a root beer.
Loughnane with a couple of hammer fists to punctuate the point.
Good fight, guys.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision, earning 3 points in the featherweight division, Brendan Loughnane.
All right, here are the keys to victory for Chris Wade. He needs a fast start, needs to mix it all up. That's when he's at his best. And for Loughnane, utilize those feints, and he's got to be crisp with his counters.
Tail the tape for this semifinal, brought to you by Puncher's Chance. Kentucky Bourbon. Chris Wade at 34 is 2 years older than Brendan Loughnane. He is also 1 inch taller. 1 inch reach on the arms favors Brendan Loughnane. Chris Wade has 4 inch longer legs. Andy Shepard, to you.
The following contest is a featherweight semi-final fight. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 145 pounds and holds a record of 23 wins and 4 losses. 12 victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, he is the number 4 seed, Brendan Loughnane. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a wrestling specialist and stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 145 pounds. In 29 professional fights, he's amassed a record of 22 wins and 7 defeats. Fighting out of Islip, New York, he is the #1 seed, Chris Wade! Your referee in charge, 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 will try and keep things civilized. I hope he fails. Chris Wade in the green, Brendan Loughnane in the gray. Southpaw stance for Wade. No touch of the gloves, none expected. A trip to the PFL World Championship later this year is on the line.
Loughnane switching leads back and forth, trying to figure out where he's going to be comfortable to find his range.
And there's a nice counter for Loughnane. He's getting off to a good start here against Wade.
This is what Wade wants. Close the distance, grab a hold of Brendan Loughnane, pushes him to the cage right in front of our broadcast position. Good knee from Chris Wade as Brendan Loughnane tried to turn Wade's back to the cage. Firm little shoulder punch there from Brendan Loughnane.
Yeah, very slick. Nice head position, back and forth.
Nice work by Loughnane to separate himself, get off the cage.
And I think that's a really underestimated aspect of Loughnane game is his wrestling.
Predominantly uses it in a defensive fashion, but we saw him against 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 use it offensively as well. So it's definitely there as a skill set that he doesn't use often.
Trained a lot with the Dagestani crew.
It was 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗣𝗣𝗣𝗑, the eventual Season 3 champion, that knocked Brendan Loughnane out of the playoffs last season.
Oh, big head there by Wade! Oh, that hurt Loughnane, I think.
Chris Wade started the headlock and then thought wiser of it, turned back, and Loughnane went down. Wade ends up in the guard.
We'll get a replay on that head kick when we can, but that looked like shin on back of the head.
Yeah, he kind of just dropped to guard, Sean. That would be an unusual move for Loughnane. I believe he was hurt, but Wade in a great position here.
Catch that ear. Right as I was telling the story, Brendan Loughnane lost to 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗣𝗣𝗣𝗑, mostly because of 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗣𝗣's wrestling advantage. So Loughnane said, I got to fix that. He went and trained with 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗣𝗣𝗑 and company. But now he finds himself closed guard underneath Chris Wade. Kicks off, gets back to his feet. Wade rushes in to push him against the cage once more.
Good defense on the ground from Loughnane. Good job getting those leg frames in, pushing on the hips of Wade. Right back to his feet he goes.
High kick attempted there from Brendan Loughnane to the approval of this London crowd.
Oh!
Big
nice
hand.
It's a nice switch by
right hand by Loughnane.
Loughnane switching back and forth, giving different looks on the offense. It's confusing Chris Wade's D.
Yeah, he's looking a little frustrated on the feet, is Chris Wade.
And there is the entry. Nice balance here for Brendan Loughnane so far.
With a snatch single by Chris Wade, head outside single now, trying to find a way to dunk. Loughnane grabbing a hold of those hips, trying to find a cross face and keep himself standing.
Go that cage, Blue.
Nice adjustment there from Chris Wade to keep that control.
High single attempt by Chris Wade, now head inside.
We're closing in on 60 fights total, pro fights between these two men. Neither have ever been finished. Chris Wade, never been finished in 30 pro fights. Brendan Loughnane in 27, never been finished.
Oh, Loughnane is fired up.
Seeing the confidence now in Loughnane. He's kind of taking everything Chris Wade has to offer. He's finding his range and rhythm.
And at a sharp low calf kick, and there's the jab paying off for Loughnane. We saw that calf kick pay dividends in the fight earlier tonight. There's 3 in a row for Loughnane. Gary Copeland's got to get out of the way.
This is the best we've seen Brendan Loughnane as far as overall mixed martial arts, his footwork, his ability to see things coming.
Now it's Brendan Loughnane shooting on Chris Wade.
Got to be careful. Chris Wade's very good from this front choke position.
Final 10 seconds of a very interesting round number 1. Wade back to his feet. A little footwheel attempt by Brendan Loughnane, and Gary Copeland will step in. Round 2 next.
You ready, Blue?
We
Round
have
2,
ourselves
ready?
a very spicy fight, gentlemen.
Chris Wade once again in the southpaw stance in the green trunks. Brendan Loughnane will switch stances in the gray. And a tough to score. Another beautiful jab from Brendan Loughnane. There's a knee from Loughnane.
You know, in Lougnane's first 2 fights here in the PFL this season, he seemed tight, he seemed hesitant. We're seeing a much looser, much more relaxed and effective Brendan Loughnane tonight.
This is the Loughnane we saw in 2021.
Absolutely.
Where's this fight happening? We'll take a look at the Acronis fight tracker. It's all over the place is where it's happening, but taking the center of the cage. There's the 4th low calf kick for Brendan Loughnane, and a jab paying dividends again.
Yeah, Chris Wade does not have an answer to that jab right now. Oh, nice giant hook by Loughnane.
Blood from the nose of Chris Wade.
I think it's the switching leads and the speed of Brendan Loughnane that's got Chris Wade off balance.
I agree, Randy. It's confusing, Chris.
Inside leg kick there from Brendan Loughnane. Even when Chris Wade is switching his lead, Loughnane immediately attacks. There's another jab. The jab is on point right now for Brendan.
Yeah, every time Brendan is switching his stances, Chris stops, waits, hesitates, and switches himself.
Searching hook there from Chris Wade. Loughnane is able to move out of the power. Oh, beautiful combination. Brendan Loughnane is in the groove right now.
And he's using those feints with great effect, Sean. Now that's one of Chris's best throws, that head and arm throw. Wasn't able to secure it there against Loughnane.
Tough one to pull off when you're sweaty, and these guys have both been working.
Big body shot there from Brendan Loughnane. Another jab, this time from the southpaw stance. Nice combination there from Chris Wade.
Yeah, and in contrast, we're seeing Chris more tight than we've seen him all season.
Another left hand.
It's a double pump on that jab that's getting Chris every single time.
Yeah. A feint and a good jab will go a long way, and Brendan Loughnane utilizing very, very well here against Chris Wade, who seems out of his element.
Heavy leg kick there from Chris Wade. Brendan Loughnane switches stances, but goes right back to the southpaw.
Looked like Loughnane was thought about utilizing a takedown himself.
Oh! Kick there from Brendan Loughnane. Chris Wade tries to wrestle himself out of the trouble.
Wow, what a round here for Brendan. That first round could have gone either way, but this round, Brendan certainly dictating the pace and speed of this one.
That right leg of Brendan Loughnane felt those heavy leg kicks. Starting to stumble around when he tries to plant on it.
Oh! Big left hook.
And a right hook after on the switched stance. Brendan Loughnane putting on a master class of striking from both southpaw and orthodox.
Loughnane has dealt with a lot this season. Knee injuries. Oh, nice shot there by Wade.
Loughnane tests another high kick. Wade goes right back to the leg kick. 1-2 for Brendan.
Surprised that Wade has gone away from his wrestling a little bit. I'd like to see him at least try to level change, try to hit a takedown, but
pretty late in the round at this point.
He's having a hard time timing it. Normally he's so masterful because guys will come in, he'll get right underneath the strikes. Brendan Loughnane is switching stances. He doesn't know where to put his head. Oh,
exactly.
Right
that takedown changes every time he switches stance.
Oh, left from Brendan Loughnane.
This is the sharpest Brendan Loughnane that we've seen this season, and it's coming at a perfect time.
The speed is very impressive. He whips that jab out there.
Oh, nice hook kick there by Wade.
Loughnane burst back with a right hand. Final 10 seconds. Furious pace here in round number 2, but we will see a third and final. We'll keep a very close eye on the right leg of Brendan Loughnane. And this is, Randy, exactly why it's important to note the fact that Chris Wade has not been finished in a very long and successful career. Because if you can hang around and keep landing some of those leg kicks, this fight could change quickly.
Very quickly. We've seen him have knee trouble early in the season, and maybe that's why he's switching leads the way he is.
Back to work with the jab, Brendan Loughnane. Chris Wade in the green trunks now grabbing a hold, dirty boxing with the uppercut. Good jab again. Good head movement there from Loughnane, but Wade on the way back up landed a hook.
It may very well come down to this third round. I think it does. Both men are going to have to make some adjustments here.
And you can see the adjustment already from Chris Wade. He's starting to feint the takedowns, starting to threaten with that a little bit more, which changes everything for Brendan Loughnane.
Yeah, and he did that early in the first round, and I would give that first round to Chris Wade, and that second round clearly Brendan Loughnane.
Oh, right hand out with Chris Wade. Chris Wade's on Silly Street, and another right for Brendan. It has thus far been impossible to put Chris Wade away. Can Brendan Loughnane do it with another right hand or two?
Chris is just so durable, so experienced, and so tough. But he definitely did a little dipsy-do after he ate that shot from Loughnane.
Loughnane doing a good job of keeping that right leg back. And that's the leg, the knee and the leg that's bothering him right now.
Wade stepping into fire, but the counter-punching from Brendan Loughnane landing.
You also got to wonder how the emotions leading up to this fight has affected Chris Wade. This is an unusual approach.
Beautiful right hand left hook.
We haven't seen as many kicks from Wade.
Dan Hardy, we've seen a lot of great work here from Brendan Loughnane. What are the keys for you?
What an amazing fight this is. For me, Brendan is trying to keep these guys in the same stance. So every time Chris Wade switches his stance, you'll see Brendan switch back. The reason he's doing that is because he's trying to keep that jab on, because he knows every time they're in the same stance, he can work that jab cross. Every time they switch to opposite, Brendan's going high with the high kick. But this is a very, very calculated approach from Brendan. He's got a beautifully high work rate, a really nice spinning back fist there, but his footwork is saving him on the ends of these combinations.
Another jab from Loughnane, and you can see the live odds swinging heavily in the favor of the Brit. Now Chris Wade with half a round left pushes Brendan Loughnane into the barrier. There's Bubba Badman Jenkins and his team watching intently. Whoever wins this bout will be his opponent for a featherweight world championship later this year. Big swing and a miss for Chris Wade. Pace slowing just a little bit here. It's been a very high output fight. Oh! Laid the right hand again.
Those counter shots from Loughnane just on point all night.
The speed and accuracy, very, very impressive by Brendan Loughnane.
Chris just looks a little off balance. And he's got to put together those combinations, and that really has been the difference as well. Loughnane putting together some beautiful combinations. There's a nice spinning back kick to the body of Chris Wade.
Wade's got a pretty serious contusion on his right shin from some of those left calf kicks. Those calf kicks, excuse me, from Brendan Loughnane.
Yeah, that's some serious swelling there.
1 minute left in this semifinal fight. Shins clash on the kick.
Loughnane is bleeding now.
Another right hand lands. Chris Wade tries to blitz forward. Loughnane stays out of range.
Just beautiful footwork here from Loughnane. Nice 1-2 combination. And then meets the level of Wade to stop that takedown. This fight really has delivered. 30 seconds left.
High single attempt by Loughnane. He gives it up.
Final seconds here. 20 of them left. Can Chris Wade pull out what I think would have to be a miracle? I am no official commission judge, but Brendan Loughnane may be 10 seconds away from a trip to a PFL World Championship. Loughnane will pour it on the pressure, and that's the final bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision and progressing to the 2022 PFL World Championship, Brendan Loughnane!
All right, let's check out the keys to victory for this very high-level mixed martial arts fight. For Brendan Loughnane, he needs to utilize long-range strikes, and he needs to be able to get back to his feet and get a strong start here against Bubba Jenkins. And for Bubba, he needs to be patient in this fight. He needs strong top position where he can control Brendan Loughnane. He needs to mix up his strikes.
Our tail of the tape for this co-main event is brought to you by the United States Air Force Reserve. Bubba Jenkins is 34 years of age, making him 2 years older than Brendan Loughnane. Loughnane is 1 inch taller. A 1 inch reach advantage favors Bubba Jenkins on the arms and 2 inches on the legs for the bad man. Miguel Flores, our co-main event, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening. And it is for the 2022 PFL Featherweight World Championship. Introducing first in the blue corner. He is a wrestler standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 145 pounds. With 19 victories, opposite of 5 defeats, with 10 wins by stoppage. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Virginia Beach, he is the number 3 seed, Bubba Jenkins. And now, introducing his opponents in the red corner, he is a striker, standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 144 3/4 pounds. With 24 victories, opposite of 4 defeats, with 13 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Manchester, England, he is the number 4 seed, Brendan Loughnane. And referee in charge, Brian Miner.
Brian Miner is equipped with our ref cam. Brendan Loughnane in the green trunks. Bubba Jenkins in the black and gray. USA versus UK. $1 million on the line in the featherweight division. Bubba in the southpaw stance. Loughnane switching back and forth.
Bubba with a quick level change and entry.
And then the smile. It's like he was toying with him. Like, I see, I can get in there if I want to.
Brendan Loughnane showing a lot of the same footwork and stance switches that we saw in his semifinal against Chris Wade.
That can be very confusing to deal with.
I don't think we'll see Bubba Jenkins switch stances as often as Chris Wade does, so we'll see if that affects how much Brendan Loughnane does it.
Well, it's going to be a little bit of a different problem, especially for a guy like Bubba Jenkins who likes to get that lead leg to set up his takedowns.
Exactly. Changes your takedown, what side your head's going to go on, and that can be a big problem for some guys.
Both men going to work on the low legs of the opponent here. Good head movement there from Brendan Loughnane as Jenkins threw a double jab and a 2.
Loughnane very quick with that jab. Both men trying to attack the lead legs. Bubba going very low. He says that was close.
It's close, the bad man says. Never short for showmanship.
None at all.
Nice right hook there by Bubba Jenkins.
Jumped into that right hook and then changed levels and in on the legs. See if he can finish now.
Big moment in the fight here. Can the former Division I national champion get Brendan Loughnane to the ground? Or has the Brit improved his wrestling enough to stay on his feet?
Loughnane in on that split stance so far. See if he can push down on that head of Bubba Jenkins or maybe hit a switch.
Really needed to hook a wizard in with that left arm and he just didn't do it. He's got great enough balance to stay up.
Yeah, and this is going to bode very well for Brendan Loughnane. It's going to give him some confidence and perhaps take away some of the confidence of Bubba Jenkins after this exchange. And Jenkins with a nice re-attack here, Randy.
Yeah, the second effort takes a re-shot as Loughnane tries to get away and tries to change the angle. And now with a high single head inside. He's at the knee though, and that's a problem for finishing. He needs to be up at the hip.
Yeah, Brendan kind of using that leg as a frame right now. Let's see if he can limp leg out of it, but Bubba very smart to keep the back of Brendan Loughnane pressed up against the cage.
The right hand of Bubba Jenkins has snuck through just a couple of times with some effective, dirty boxing. You know anything about that, Randy?
Never heard of it.
High kick attempt misses there for Jenkins.
Brendan doing a great job, showing some excellent takedown defense so far. Both men continuing to pepper away at those lead legs.
Already a welt showing on the front of the shin on that lead leg for Bubba Jenkins. Loughnane goes after it again.
Yeah, he's growing a twin. I don't know about a welt. That's huge. That's a big old bump.
And I think those lead leg kicks are taking its toll on Bubba a little bit. You're seeing him, he's not putting as much weight on that lead right leg.
That's going to make it harder for him when it comes to executing a takedown.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He's definitely not putting as much weight on that lead right leg, guys.
I mean, you can see he's got a calf muscle going out of the front of his shin here.
Yeah, it's already swollen up big time.
Big hematoma on the front of that shin. That lead leg of Bubba Jenkins. It's going to affect his mobility. You see he's changed stance now.
Oh, nice combination by Jenkins.
And he smiles about it. He knows that landed solid. Final few seconds of this first round. A right hand to punctuate it. A little smile and a nod. A tough round to score, and as if to prove my point.
Back up, Brendan.
Fighter performance rating. Loughnane got a 42, Bubba Jenkins got a 40.
Wow.
Very, very close margin. Brendan Loughnane, the Brit in the green trunks. Bubba Badman Jenkins, training in Vegas these days. He's in the gray. Maybe a little tiny cut on the bridge of Brendan Loughnane's nose as well from the late exchange in the first round. Good combo from Brendan.
That first jab that Bubba Jenkins threw hit Loughnane right on the nose and cut his nose open.
That right eye is swelling a little bit, Kenny, and we saw him have problems with it earlier in the season.
Yeah, that's right. Loughnane trying to take full advantage of that. And again, just especially tough when you get a guy who's switching stances all the time.
Moves his head so well, his feet move great. Oh, that was right on that shin.
Low kick to the calf and shin of Bubba Jenkins, and then a sharp jab behind it. Mixing things up. Good head movement there again from Brendan Loughnane.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Loughnane and how he circles so well away from that pressure. If you're a young fighter, he's definitely one guy you want to study. He does such a great job of diffusing that pressure and confusing his opponents.
Not just moving his feet, he's moving his head as well.
Yes.
And if you go back to the early part of Brendan Loughnane's season, he got hit hard by Ryoji Kudo. He got dropped by Kudo.
That's when we first saw him use any wrestling. He had to wrestle his way out of that fight.
His second regular season bout was close. He was a big favorite in that one.
Jenkins is now reaching with his punches because he can't put a whole lot of weight on that right leg. That right leg continues to swell.
Can't stand on that front leg. That's going to make it difficult for a whole bunch of things for him. And we're 2 rounds in.
Yeah.
Going to continue to beat that up.
Brendan Loughnane called Bubba Jenkins a 3-round fighter. He's going to try and turn him into a 3-round fighter by taking a leg away.
Oh, he's landing some nice little hammer fists as well.
Bubba trying to capture those hips. He's got him now. Look for the suplex. Loughnane repommeling. Wow. Nice job repommeling.
Great defense there by Brendan Loughnane. Halfway through round number 2. A little slip in the center of the cage.
And ready for a guy like Bubba Jenkins, you know, so much of his game, or any wrestler's game really, is getting that motion when you get in on those legs. And he can't drive off of that leg, it seems, anymore.
Absolutely. And to have him counter those takedown attempts the way he is, there's a psychological letdown in there.
Yeah, totally. Oh, man, those things are hurting me every time he lands it. He's just going right on the shin. He doesn't even care where he hits. He just wants to hit that lead leg of Jenkins.
You know it's bad when you don't really hear the slap because it's a thudding impact. That's that deep tissue stuff. And there is massive swelling on the front of Bubba Jenkins' shin.
Yeah, and Loughnane did so much of his training in Thailand. You know those guys are kicking bags for hours every single day.
Bags with sand in them. They're hard. Man, that is a giant contusion. I'm not sure I've seen one that big.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's Brendan Loughnane's family.
Brendan was saying he probably has over 100 people from the UK who came to watch him fight tonight.
Almost looks like he's wearing a shin guard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just, that is not normal.
Good left hand from Bubba. Just missed with the fall. Right.
Oh! Jab left hook, and that landed.
Brendan just fighting such a smart fight here. But Bubba Jenkins still dangerous, still fast. That right jab of Bubba Jenkins still pumping.
That's 2 straight rights by Brendan Loughnane.
And with that leg compromised, I wouldn't be surprised to see Brendan Loughnane maybe try to hit a takedown of his own as we go into the deeper rounds.
Cup check
there in the final 10 seconds or so.
Loughnane tried to teep just as Jenkins stepped in.
Brendan, that corner.
Hey, that corner right here. Now this is actually interesting because you want to take as much time as possible as we see the replay on the cup check.
Right.
But you don't want to take too much time and let that leg tighten up even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And you think you'd want to be icing that in between rounds, but I don't think you'd ice that because it's going to stiffen up quick.
You ready to go?
minutes. You ready? Why don't you take a minute then? Let's fight. You got 5 minutes. You got 5. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you in this corner right here. Let's go.
Brendan Loughnane yelling at Bubba Jenkins, let's go.
Brendan, see that corner right there? Move out of it again. Stay right there. Stay there.
The final few seconds of this second round of the possible 5 in the featherweight championship. And now they're talking back and forth.
Ready? All right. Brendan, watch the cuff. Back up. Time in. 10 seconds. Fight.
Oh! Big body kick there from Brendan Loughnane.
And I agree with you, Randy. Really take advantage of that compromised leg.
Straight to action here in the third round. Bubba Jenkins in the gray trunks, Brendan Loughnane in the green. Co-main event, the 5th of 6 title fights and $1 million on the line for both of these fighters. Take a listen inside Brendan Loughnane's red corner.
There you go, Bob.
Fast hands, Brendan. 1, 2. You can go to the body. Jab off first.
Then follow it up, Brendan.
Jab off and then kick.
Follow it up, bro.
He's missing now.
That was a solid shot by Bubba Jenkins right there.
Yeah, that was well timed.
One minute gone here in round number 3. Bubba got Brendan reacting to the feint and then snapped his head back with a jab. Bubba pressing the action here, having some success in round number 3. Nice combination there from Brendan Loughnane. Bubba lunging with the right hand.
And again, just the heart and determination for Bubba Jenkins to deal with that right leg, just being as compromised as it is.
Get back sharp, Bob.
He's hanging in there, and he's hanging in there very tough.
There's Dewey Cooper in the Jenkins corner.
That 3-2 don't count.
There's almost a touch of desperation in Bubba Jenkins. He's letting his hands go way more in this round than he has. Changing his leads, being more elusive, level changes, making Brendan Loughnane guess a little.
Oh, and Loughnane attacking the other leg now because of Jenkins' stance switch. He's going to work on that other leg.
Oh.
Loughnane said he worked so hard, and his resting heart rate was at 30 for this camp, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, that is insanely low.
Slick move there from Brendan Loughnane as he caught the kick and threw the right hand as he dropped it, but now Bubba Jenkins has landed 2 in a row.
Jenkins doing great work with that right hand. I tell you, whether it's the jab or the cross, whatever it is, that right hand doing a great work, whatever stance he's in.
There it is again. Back and forth they go. 2 minutes remain in the third round. And Brendan Loughnane kept saying, Bubba's only a 3-round fighter. Will we see rounds 4 and 5 in this championship duel?
This has been a beautiful display of mixed martial arts skill from both men. You would have no idea that these guys were friendly for most of the season.
Bubba telegraphed that shot a little bit, but he's in deep. Kind of surprised Brendan's not using a whizzer to pull him up. But what he's been doing has been effective, so why change it now?
Yeah, and I think that might be the last of the attempt from Bubba Jenkins. He's just not able to push off of that leg.
But he does back Brendan up with a double jab.
And all that hard work that he's been putting in on his striking with Dewey Cooper is paying off.
Oh, man. Night and day difference.
Yeah.
Any of the other fights we've seen him in.
As he would be a dead duck if he didn't have this striking on display right now.
Good combination there. Follows it up with that calf kick again, keeping Bubba Jenkins off balance. Brendan Loughnane continuing to attack the leg. Big combo.
Loughnane really finding his distance and range here against Bubba Jenkins. His confidence is increasing, and he's starting to increase the pressure.
He's just hampered the mobility of Bubba Jenkins so much now.
He's putting it on him now.
Big right hands.
Oh, beautiful body shot. That was nasty.
A couple of knees from Brendan Loughnane. Bubba Jenkins survived these final 20 seconds of the third round.
Man, Jenkins is showing some serious heart here.
Unbelievable.
Looked like Loughnane may have stumbled off of his leg.
Tell you what, he's still explosive. That light on the button.
He sure is.
A flurry to close it. 3 rounds down. Give me some more, please. Fourth round. We're in the championship rounds now. $1 million on the line. 10 minutes potentially to decide it between Bubba Jenkins in the gray trunks and Brendan Loughnane in the green.
And we got to give kudos to the corner of Bubba Jenkins because they've done a great job of dealing with the swelling of that lead right leg on Jenkins. They've been monitoring it very well, putting ice in between rounds, managing the swelling the best that they can.
Absolutely, and swelling that, you can see it spread out.
Yep.
It's not as lumped up as big as it was.
He's still throwing it as a weapon. Bubba Jenkins is as tough as they come.
Imagine the pain he's dealing with right now. Put it in the box, put it to the side, just keep moving forward.
He's eaten so many shots to that lead leg.
And now he switched his stance. Oh! Catches a kick, pursues a takedown here. Hammer fist from Loughnane will not concede anything in this wrestling. Limp legs and steps out, spins away again.
Loughnane been going to the body with that front kick.
Yeah, he has. He's landed that teep many times in the first 3 rounds.
I'm wondering if he's setting up a high kick off of it.
Another nasty one to the low leg of Bubba's right.
Yeah, you see Jenkins starting to kind of try to parry that leg. His hands are dropping a little bit. And if Loughnane is on that, he's going to go upstairs with it last second, maybe with a question mark kick.
Good left hand there from Bubba Jenkins. Nice combination, finishes with a right hand for Loughnane. Cracks away at that low leg again.
And I think that's been the difference, just the volume from Brendan Loughnane, guys. You know, if Bubba lands 1 or 2, it's Loughnane landing 3 or 4.
That was a nice right on the chin. Oh, right hand. That hurt him bad.
Loughnane jumps on for the kill and pounds away with the right hand.
Oh, these are big right hands.
He lands a knee and that's it. Brendan Loughnane, 2022 PFL Featherweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes and 38 seconds of round number 4. For your winner by TKO and your 2022 PFL Featherweight World Champion, Brendan Loughnane.
All right, let's check him out for Loughnane. He needs to watch out for Moraes' fast start. That's where Marlon is most dangerous. He also needs to attack the body, try to slow Moraes down over time. And for Moraes, he needs to be aware of his pacing, needs to keep his confidence high, and he needs to be consistent for every minute of this fight.
Here's our Tale of the Tape brought to you by Celsius. Live fit. Brendan Loughnane, 33. Marlon Moraes, 34. Loughnane is 3 inches taller, weighted 1 pound heavier. A reach advantage of 2 inches on the arms for Brendan Loughnane, 1 inch favoring Marlon Moraes on the leg reach. Justin Roberts, one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the PFL featherweight division. Standing in the blue corner at 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 145 1/2 pounds, with a record of 23 wins, 11 losses, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Parkland, Florida, he is a former World Series of Fighting champion, Marlon Magic Moraes. And his opponent, standing in the red corner at 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds, with a record of 25 wins and 4 losses. Fighting out of Manchester, England, he is a 2022 PFL Featherweight World Champion, Brendan Loughnane. Your referee, Keith Peterson.
Keith Peterson oversees the action in this final bout of the evening. A featherweight feature regular season, which means points and a place in the standings are up for grabs. Marlon Moraes in the gray trunks, Brendan Loughnane in the green.
Well, Loughnane has to watch out for that overhand right there from Moraes. Also, those calf kicks from Moraes can be absolutely brutal. Loughnane looking for that patented sharp jab.
Nasty leg kick there from Marlon Moraes. Try to take a little steam off of Brendan Loughnane punches. Loughnane is very capable of switching stances. We saw him do it a lot last year, paid dividends many, many times.
Yeah, Loughnane doing a good job of judging that distance, taking away that leg kick. He's been missing it a few times. Not that time though, Moraes very quick.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'𝗦, the killer, is back. He grabbed himself a decision victory earlier, 3 points to go along with it. Watching intently. Either of these men could be future opponents in the regular season, playoffs, or even a championship. So now Loughnane going to the low calf kick.
Oh, nice return there by Loughnane. That was a brutal one.
Knowing it, that dull thud like that,
Yes.
it's,
Yeah, and on the calf, it could be just a couple of those could change the whole dynamic of the fight.
That time Moraes went upstairs, glanced off the guard of Brendan Loughnane, who circled to his left to take the power away. And another low kick from Loughnane. Moraes tries to return and misses.
Loughnane so smooth. Great awareness, great adjustments here in this fight from both men, really.
the distance, the head fake, the footwork.
Yes.
There's a nice left hook from Marlon Moraes. Ian Parker, what do you think? Man, Loughnane still a big-time favorite here.
Yeah, you know what, Sean? Those few last calf kicks he threw back, it's going to slow down any type of kicks. And Kenny just even said, oof is right. That's going to be the beginning of the end. If he lands another one of those, we may see one of those leg kick KOs. That was pretty nasty by Loughnane.
Oh,
the other one.
Marlon Moraes has elected to switch stances.
My goodness.
And Brendan's wearing that one out now.
Loughnane not going to discriminate.
Equal opportunity.
Very happy to kick the right leg of Marlon Moraes with equal vigor.
Yeah, these are the same kicks that we saw against Bubba Jenkins that ultimately ended up winning him the fight in that final from last year.
accidental clash of heads.
You good? Yep. You good? Okay. Let's go. Right,
Little conversation between the fighters here on the accidental clash of heads. 90 seconds left in round number 1. Marlon Moraes throwing a lot of heat on each of these strikes, potentially because of the damage already accumulating on his own legs.
He's getting frustrated though. Moraes starting to lose his cool a little bit. Not something you want to do against Loughnane.
There's a nice uppercut snuck through. Loughnane acknowledged it with a nod.
Loughnane just does all the little things well. His feints, and he can do them from both sides. He can do it with his legs. He can do it with his shoulders. He can do it with a jab. Look at that.
Upstairs with the high kick after switching the stance.
Just so fundamentally sound offensively and defensively. There's a beautiful right hand.
Right hand wobbled him.
Now 45 seconds.
Oh, man.
Both legs are in big trouble here for Marlon Moraes.
Yeah, if Moraes can't move out there, he's a sit and duck against someone like Loughnane, a true finisher. Oh, man.
Loughnane kicks the legs out from under. And Loughnane going to make him stand back up. 20 seconds remain.
Very smart. Make him get up.
Oh, man.
Goes back to it, and Moraes reaching down, trying to block the kicks on the low calves with his own arms. That'll open up a head kick.
Yeah, I mean, for Moraes, he doesn't even know which leg to get up on.
Oh, boy.
Final seconds of this first round. Marlon Moraes in big trouble, limping back to the corner. Can't find fresh legs.
He's walking a little better right now. That's a good sign.
Moving a little better right now, for sure.
A little blood back into both of those, but you can see massive contusions on both the left and right shin calf area. And Moraes knows his best chance is to blitz early. He's getting after it. Loughnane will have to grab a hold. Chasing a finish here is Magic Marlon.
Brendan has to watch out, ducking down there. That could be a knee from Moraes. Very dangerous with those knees as well.
Moraes is complaining about the potential head clash.
I mean,
all ducking, but
right. I mean, Loughnane is really just level changing.
Marlon Moraes building a little confidence here. And the aggression has Loughnane on the back foot for now.
Yeah, there's a difference between level changing and using your head as a strike. It is certainly not that latter.
Right, Kenny. I mean, instead of complaining about it, Marlon Moraes can take the read and try and throw a knee right up the middle, a jumping knee. Right hand.
Time a good uppercut.
Right. Oh, there it is. There it is. You like to see this sense of urgency out of Marlon Moraes. Oh, that just chopped his leg off. And that's it.
Keith Peterson's waving it off. A leg kick KO in the second round for Brendan Loughnane.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Keith Peterson steps in to stop the bout at 1 minute 11 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner, earning 5 points in the PFL featherweight division, Brendan Loughnane.